My name's Callum and I'm upper sixth at Rainey Endowed School.
I'm Jessica and I'm lower sixth at Rainey Endowed School.
And I'm Gemma and I'm upper sixth at Rainey Endowed School.
And I'm Pearl and I'm a teacher at Rainey Endowed School, and I've been taking teams to Kusumpur slum colony for the past 6 years. We first heard about the Asha project from 2 other schools in Northern Ireland that had become involved, Methodist College in Belfast and Ballymena Academy in Ballymena. And we thought it was a fantastic way of helping people in a country where perhaps access to education isn't as easily available as in our country. So we embraced the project 6 years ago.
Also, students heard of Asha through this Rainey Endowed through school, through past experiences of other pupils who went out in teams and through assemblies and different meetings that the school held and fundraisers and things like that. And we were very privileged to be part of the team to come out and help in the slums and get to see firsthand at what Asha is doing, and we just can't wait to go back home just to share with our school and everybody we know really about the amazing work that Asha is doing.
We were working in the Kusumpur slum colony this time, and before we went we had thought about what we were going to do here. So we had several meetings to organise how we would paint the centre, the craft classes we would do, and also we prepared English lessons for them.
Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of painting in the centre, from like sanding down the walls to climbing up like bamboo ladders, which is why I'm presently covered in paint. But yeah, it's been amazing just to sort of transform the centre for them, and then going into the English and craft classes as well. It's just seeing the reaction that the kids give when, you know, they're just making paper monkeys or they're learning like a new sport or something in English. It's incredibly rewarding. It shows you why you've come halfway across the world and everything to do this. Is just really amazing.
Yeah, and I think also it's amazing how much they achieve in such a short space of time. I mean, in the afternoons we take the English and the art, and you see from the start of the art lesson to the end they've learnt so much, and it really is amazing.
Got to visit some of the homes of the people that we were interacting with, and just to see the size of the houses that they have to study in, with like 10 other people. Like, I struggled to study in my own bedroom on my own, and they're managing to come out with top grades after studying in a small room with 10 other people, and it's just so inspirational to see like how well they're achieving, and just through their circumstances it's just mind-boggling just how amazing they're doing.
And I found it really interesting how Asha helps with their studying, how they provide the help for the getting into colleges, and also providing books and helping with tuition fees and everything. Just hearing that in the lane visits was just really encouraging to see where all our money goes. So I think the main thing that I slightly struggled with was just seeing the total difference between the richer part of New Delhi and the poorer part. No matter how many photos you see and how many times you talk about it, I mean, in our team meetings we were always trying to prepare ourselves, but I find it really hard. I found it hard to adapt when I actually came here. I think that was definitely one of the most difficult things I had to deal with, just seeing the huge difference in the way people live.
One of the most challenging things I found was even just driving from place to place, and any time you stopped at a traffic light there would be people coming over and knocking on your window and trying to sell you things or just asking for money, and it was so difficult to say no and or just trying to ignore the fact, but it was just really difficult to see how much poverty there is. But it was really encouraging that we actually got to help in Kusumpur to help Asha relieve some of that poverty and give them children some opportunity in life.
And yeah, it's pretty similar for me, just doing the lane visits and walking around Kusumpur. It's just crazy to see sort of what they live on, what they survive on, and that these people still are probably doing better than us in university, you know what I mean? And yeah, so that was hard to take in sort of at some points, because you're walking past this little tiny house, maybe 8 by 8, and they're like, okay, 6 people live in here, and you're like, how is it even possible? Because we're struggling to fit 4 in right now. So yeah, that was my main struggle.
If you're thinking of taking a school team to New Delhi to work alongside the Asha people, I think it's really, really important to prepare your team before you go away. They will face many challenges, and I think it's so important to have several meetings before you go away. The sort of things that we do is we initially we pick the team, we meet together in each other's houses, the teachers talk to the students about the conditions that are going to see. They highlight things like our team have been saying here about the beggars, the huge difference between rich areas and poor areas, and just seeing the people working under such conditions it can be very distressing. So we prepare them very well. We also do a residential, which I think is a very good idea, because I think you have to get to know each other as a team as well, and it's teamwork when we're out here is so important, because you have to be able to look out for each other, and I think, well, I hope my students would agree that they have been well prepared for this, and it's really essential to do that before you come.